Are you being sassy? Yeah, you're being sassy. Both of you are. Hey guys, welcome back. This week we take on Valentine's Day and we find two of our most iconic characters, Clive Bixby and Juliana. What do I remember about this? I remember this episode. I remember the script actually. We got it 2, maybe 3 weeks earlier. I remember it coming in early, like a first draft of it. And it was a spec script, meaning that it was written outside of our writer's room. It was written by an outside writer, which I think this was probably the only one. I don't remember us ever using a spec script or an outside script other than this one. I might be wrong, but I don't think I am. I remember reading it and being like, "Oof, this is risque. This is not our little show. There's no way we're gonna do this on our TV show." So I remember thinking, well, it was a good script. It was funny, but it was a touch. I don't want to say raunchier, but yeah, more risque than what we were doing at the time. Um, and so I remember thinking, yeah, we're not going to do this. They're gonna have to. They got 2 weeks. They're gonna have to rewrite the Valentine's Day episode. 2 weeks later, sure enough, comes down and it's like it was rewritten. Some scenes were changed and things like that, and it was lightened a little bit. But yeah, I did not think we were going to go there on this script, and we absolutely did. So, and I think it turned out really well. If I do say so myself, but let's find out, because I don't remember it all. I remember the escalator and the overall portions of it, but let's get into it and see if it held up or not. So here we go. My Funky Valentine, episode 115. All right, here we go. We'll do a little of that. We'll do a little of this, and let's get into it.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, happy Valentine's Day.
All right, so card openings, much like presents. Obviously, envelopes, lick, sealed, have to rip it open. Envelopes that you would be giving your spouse, usually you would be tucked in inside, and then you know what I mean, and you untuck it, pull it out there. These aren't that. They want it to look closed, but they don't want to spend the shoe leather of getting your fingers in both sides and having to pull that lip out and opening the leather. So once again, prop man's best friend, butyl. So you just take the tiniest bit of butyl, put it right on the very V of that envelope, and it makes it look like it's exactly closed, but it's a quick pop open. You'll see it there. So you'll see how quick and easy these are to
Happy
open.
Valentine's Day.
Oh, happy Valentine's Day.
There it is, quick and easy.
Oh.
So
And
for Telly's
Valentine's
tonight?
Day,
Hello, cannoli canoe.
cannoli
like
can
it.
do.
Nice
Alliteration, funny.
Swanky material.
Yeah, you look.
Hey, baby.
Hey, take this sweet gift as a token of my affection, my unending love and admiration.
Oh my God, yay, it's big.
All right, this is a full rip.
Oh my God, I love it.
So we would
It's the
have
most
to
beautiful
have-
thing I've ever seen.
Hey, seriously, you gotta put a black light on it. It'll blow your mind.
All right, so that's the iconic poster of Haley and Dylan. Hung in my room for years and years and years. We had it. I think we had it in her room for a while, and then I think we actually just kind of lost it as the series progressed. But that is what I'm talking about with not quick open wrapping. That was an actual wrapping job that you have to do, and you have to do every take. And I don't believe that we had two of those. What you normally do is you'd have two of those posters. You'd wrap them both, do the first take, bring the second one in, give it to him, and then take the first one out and be rewrapping the first one as the second take is progressing. That way you can turn it over faster. That's the prop trick of doing that. But I don't think we had two of those. Maybe we did. I mean, it would make sense that we had it, and And then I only had one in my room, and Set Deck had one in their room, or it was hanging upstairs in the art department or something like that. But that's how you do it. And also, it is a special talent kind of thing where look how good the wrapping was. It was a really nicely wrapped gift. Now, are we saying now you get into character? Are we saying that Dylan is very good at wrapping gifts, or did they wrap it where he had it made, wrap it for him? But I digress. I don't have this talent. I can't wrap presents. I'm awful at it. It looks like a Neanderthal wrapped it. You know what I mean? The corners aren't sharp. It's not very well taped. So yeah, you have to have somebody on your staff that is good at that. Whether you call it a day player or the prop master's good at it or somebody else is good at it. Because especially during the Christmas time, you want to make these gifts look really, really nice, especially if they're rip open ones and not quick packages, quick presents. Meaning that like the lid is wrapped but not wrapped to the bottom of the package, so you just take the lid off, and that's what we call kind of a quick wrap. But they did a really nice job on the wrapping job here.
Wow,
and it's
John,
not a talent
I didn't know
I
you
have.
could paint.
Oh, I didn't. I just took a photo and I put it through this program that turns it into a painting.
Oh,
This is so frustrating. I had one of the greatest closing arguments of all time, all about the big government rolling over the little guy, and I even had this great moment
Oh,
at the end
is this where the boys take Rico to a restaurant and I think Jesse gets to give his closing statement there.
I would point to the state seal and I'd say, "Shame!"
Oh, that's what you were doing in the shower. I was a little worried.
One of my favorite jokes of all time, right there. That joke right there. That's what you're doing in the shower. Shame. Yeah, quite possibly a top 5 joke of all time for me of Modern Family. I love it. I love the setup. I love the punchline. I love Eric's delivery of it. Perfect in every way. We're gonna go back just so we can get it all in one.
The little guy, and I even had this great moment at the end where I would point to the state seal and I'd say, "Shame!"
Oh, that's what you were doing in the shower. I was a little worried. That's Manny. I said we would watch him
I love
tonight.
it.
I hope you don't mind. I didn't know you were going to be going through all this.
No, it's fine. It might be nice to have him around. It always makes me laugh.
Hi, Manny.
The universe is cold and loveless.
Uh-oh, bad Valentine's Day?
Did you read about this man in 9?
All right, so David Brenner. I said Neil Brenner. My apologies. David Brenner. So David Brenner came in. It was a one day shoot for him. And we didn't write these jokes. He wrote these jokes. So all the stuff you're seeing, I think, is this stuff that David either had in his bag, or some of the stuff maybe he was trying out, or came up extemporaneously off his head. He was very funny. I remember us laughing and enjoying ourselves today. Also, this is we had this absolutely made. Art department did the David Brenner neon. Probably one of the most expensive things we ever had to make. I would say that was probably $2,000-$3,000 just to have for this one shot. For this, or not shot, but this one scene was this David Brenner neon, and it's not something that you can use again in 11 seasons. You know what I mean? When you make certain things, you're like, okay, well maybe we can come up like the cupcake last episode. Maybe we can find a spot for the cupcake. Doubtful, but possible. But something that has somebody's name and branded, you're making it for this one thing, and neon is not cheap. It is expensive. And probably one of the most expensive things I would have, certainly in the first season, I would think, and probably for in a top area for the run of the show. Maybe not. As we get into the other shows, I probably maybe am just talking. And of course, water bottle, no label, as we are apt to do.
51-year-old bank robber in Texas. He goes into a bank and... The hell did I want? They had over 4,000 photos of him escaping from the bank.
See? He's funny, huh?
2 olives. Clive Bixby. All right. Clive Bixby. Hello, my name is. Iconic. Juliana, iconic. Runs through the whole show as we talked about in the beginning. But that is handwritten. Clive Bixby is handwritten and it's handwritten by me. The only problem with it is that these hello, my name is stickers don't stick so well and they tend to get pretty beat up. So you have to make a lot of them. But since it's handwritten, I have to make it look identical or as close to identical as I can. So I wrote out 20 so I could have 4 good ones. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, my hands are steady, but my writing maybe not perfect, but I have to make it look the same or as close as I can to the same so you guys don't notice when I swap them out. So that was the first thing. I got away with using 4 because we use something called Top Stick, which is a very, very sticky double-sided tape. So I would 4-edge the Top Stick onto the Coke, or onto the sticker, and then put the sticker on it, and it would stick much more firmly than if I just used regular double-sided tape, because a lot of times the edges would start to pop and things like that. So why don't you guys keep your eyes out, and you can tell me in the comments if you see when the switch happened and if the writing looks different. But I think I did an okay job. I think I wrote out 4 good ones that are pretty close. In the later years, we just had these printed. But in these first years, yeah, it was me writing them out and trying to match my handwriting.
Mind if I join you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, just a few simple questions
Good shot
for
by
you.
Speller. To have him in the foreground and Dirkus in the background. Just it's simple, but you don't have to waste a cut. You don't have to waste a cut on Cam and then cut to Dirkus and then back to Cam. It's just a nice setup. It's a quick and easy shot, and you get everything you need to know without having to cut your way through it.
Would you please rank your favorite ice creams at Great Shakes from least favorite to favorite?
I don't know them by heart.
There should be a menu right there to your right. To your right. There you go.
Oh, hi, Manny. Hi, Fiona. Can I join you? I guess so.
And you don't have to worry about him cheating, that's for sure. Because if he does, you'll catch him when he comes home with 2 sets of teeth in his mouth.
Gloria's wine. Jay is whiskey. Man, they were light. And I darkened them up later. But they came out light with our color timing this first season. I'm just noticing that now. I do darken them up and make them look better. Jay's whiskey, and Jay is whiskey neat. 2 reasons. One, it felt more Jay for him just to drink his whiskey without ice and just straight. And 2, I hate ice. I hate ice. And most of the time when they ask for drinks when it was last minute. So I didn't want to have to run, go get ice, then run, mix up the drinks, which is caramel food coloring and water. Some people used water and Coke, or water and Diet Coke, or water and tea, iced tea, unsweetened or sweetened iced tea. I use caramel food coloring and water. I use it for nearly everything. So you can make wine out of it. You do everything. But yeah, you'll see Jay drinking whiskey throughout the series, and those whiskeys will nearly every time be neat because I hate ice.
So tell me, on the...
Not good. Not good. Not Okay.
Come on up. Treat them like they're regular
No.
stairs.
Okay.
Come on through. Happy Valentine's Day. You look lovely.
What do we got
So do
here?
you. Not
We
that
have your first
Okay.
Your
Are you
first
kidding me?
huge
Pull it.
Oh my goodness.
television.
Not good.
Nah.
Not good. Not.
There you go. Our first huge just TV thing. Emergency stop with a huge button on the side of an escalator. Yeah, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. The button is way too big to be there in the first place. In the second place, emergency stop, just to let the audience know exactly what that is. Yeah, this is our first cheesiness, and it is super cheesy. But we have to figure out how we're going to stop the escalator, and this is how you do it. But yeah, uh, doesn't age well. This is maybe on us to find a little bit of a better button. But you know, this is what's written, and you just do the best you can. Everybody knows that it's terrible. Everybody knows that it's bad. When you're not bad writing, but just a bad gag. Everybody knows that it's a bad conceit for us to put an emergency stop button beside an elevator, and then if it didn't have this bottom part, if it was maybe just half that size, and that button is absolutely immense. I think we probably had smaller buttons and smaller choices, but we have to have something that Phil can leap and hit, and so I'm sure that's the one that was chosen, but terrible conceit, start to finish. But you do what you gotta do to get to the rest of the gag to work.
Okay.
Come on up. Treat them like they're regular stairs.
Okay.
Come on through. Happy Valentine's Day. You look lovely. So do you. Not in a weird way. Yeah. How are you? Hi.
Hi.
Let me just get in here. Let me get in here.
Okay.
Phil?
Hey, Tom.
Hi.
How are you? Honey, Claire, you remember Tom Mickelson from The Office and his wife,
I do.
Susan?
Hey.
Susan?
It is.
I don't think
it really
one-
is.
Yeah.
It's in there.
The way I don't know. It could be that it was written as Susan, or it could be that Ty added that part because we didn't have a name for his wife, and so he just threw it in. That hesitation makes me feel like it was Ty, or it could be just excellent acting on Ty's part to play the anxiousness of the moment.
Pretty darn good. You want to go back in?
No, I got a better idea. Let's go salsa dancing. This guy's not that funny.
Perfect.
A lot of comedians, or certain, I would say, maybe not a lot, but there would be comedians who would take this gig and see that line in the script and not want to do it. Probably younger comedians, maybe at the behest of their agent, to be like, well, can we just lose the line that says he's not that funny? It's amazing how small things like that will stop people from taking parts in Hollywood. I'm not saying that happened here, but I've seen certain things where people have asked for scripts to be changed because of small things like that, where it actually works. We don't believe that David Brenner's not that funny. We know David Brenner's funny. We know that Jay thinks that David Brenner's funny, but he's a little scalded dog right now. He has hurt feelings, and we put that in the script, and David Brenner being a class act, never said a word about it. Just absolutely, to my knowledge, and it works for the team.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Okay, see ya. Oh, that's... Sorry.
She gets it. So good on Julie's part right there. That is wonderful physical comedy that Julie was so smart to be able to kick it and perfectly done.
Hi, honey.
Hey, I just wanted to tell you how great you were last night.
Phil.
Sorry I got the oil everywhere. But, okay.
Sweetie.
Not our sheets, right?
Honey, remember when the salesman told us that the Sienna was built with the whole family in mind?
Oh, my
well,
Lord.
the whole family...
Sienna commercial. I forgot that this was in the episode, too. So, product placement. Every once in a while, when you do a big deal, like getting a car for free probably for the Dunphys, which is probably what happened here, you have to do certain things. You have to show the product a certain number of times in an episode. You have to feature the name, or you have to write a scene discussing the car. And that's all this is. That's all this tag is discussing the Sienna. So apparently we've got a lot of money from, I assume, is that Toyota Sienna? I'm not sure. I think it's Toyota. But we got a lot of money from Sienna, and so we had to write this. I was wondering because I was like, what is this? We never shoot a 4-lane highway with Claire driving. That's incredibly weird. Not a long shot like that. It was a weird shot and it threw me off a little bit. And now I know why, because this is a whole Toyota Sienna commercial.
I just heard that.
Well, just I guess the Bluetooth works.
Why did you have oil?
Because, buddy, we were making French fries.
In your room?
Why don't you guys just pop in a DVD?
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what that tag is. Ugh. But you do what you have to do to, you know, get money for your TV show. So you don't buy. I don't spite them. Nobody spites them. It's just the way it works. But that being said, you know, certainly not our funniest tag. Everything else though, I thought was top notch. I thought it was great. And it set up so many more great Valentine's Day episodes with Clive and Juliana. But what did you guys think? Is this a good Valentine's Day episode in our canon? Most favorite, least favorite, let me know. If you like what we're doing here, maybe think about throwing a little like there. Maybe throw a subscribe, or if you got a friend that loves Modern Family and would enjoy this, maybe take a share over there. But thank you for hanging out. We had a good time today. It was a good episode, and we will see each other soon. See ya.